I'm Julia Davis, a film major who stumbled into the business world with no experience in 2006. I was able to fail enough to learn how to run a seven-figure business and have provided consulting services to over 200 individually owned companies. Through this podcast, I hope to provide some perspective on the growth and grit it takes to accomplish big goals and share some hard lessons I've had to learn along the way. Thanks for tuning into the Growth and Grit podcast, where I'm talking about the 10 biggest mistakes I made as a new business owner in my first decade of running a business. This is mistake number 4. If I could go back and not make this mistake, I wouldn't. So hopefully it can help you. And if these little clips are helping you, please forward them to other people so that they can also know that they're not alone in their journey of building a business. But the fourth mistake I want to talk about is feeling too important. So when your name is on the door of a business or you realize you're signing checks and submitting payroll, it's very easy to feel like you've arrived at something important, right? Where, your position is incredibly important to the company, and that is true. Your position as a leader or a business owner is really important to the company, but feeling like you are too important to do the entry level work or work with your guys is where it becomes really dangerous. And I listened to a story a little while back that demonstrated this really well. And it was about this guy who was giving a speech at a national conference. And he said, last year I was in a position where I flew on a private jet to this location. I was picked up in a private car. I was driven to a hotel where I was given a suite. I was escorted to the place where I was giving the speech. I was handed a coffee in a ceramic mug, and I gave my speech. And this year, I'm no longer in that position, and I flew economy, and I rented my own car I had to get an Uber to the hotel. I booked a budget hotel room, and from the hotel, I rented another Uber to the speaking engagement. And when I asked for coffee, they said, coffee is over there in their ceramic or their styrofoam cups next to the coffee. And he holds up his styrofoam cup, and he points out that he wasn't the one who was important. It was the position he was in. So status comes with position. It doesn't come from like you, right? So some positions do have perks. Some positions do come with status. They do come with perks, and they do come with the ability to get nice things. And but we can't lose sight of the fact of like who we are, which is just this humble person that started from the ground up doing entry level work. So you can't let your head get too inflated, because his point was the position I was in led me to have all those perks, but that wasn't me. Like, I'm still the styrofoam cup guy. Like, that's who I actually am. Like, at the end of the day, when all is said and done, you're the styrofoam cup person. Like, you're never too important to sit down with a brand new person. You're never too important to do the job. You're never too important to like pick up the phone and have a conversation with somebody. And the second you think you are too important for that, you're in real trouble. And don't let all the perks of the job get to your head. So yeah, you run a company. Yeah, you write the payroll. Yeah, you are the president of that business. That's great. But you can't let that ego inflation make you too important to do the job that needs to be done, which is sometimes cleaning the bathroom, which is sometimes helping somebody with a major problem late at night, which is sometimes waking up really early to help your business. So you can't allow all the perks of that business to become something that makes you feel a certain way, where now you become too important to your company. And I think a lot of business owners feel that. I know I definitely did at some point in my career. And then I was humbled really quickly and realized, whoa, like, it doesn't matter if I have 20 people on the books on Monday, I could have 0 people on Friday, and then I'm back to square one rebuilding. You're never too good to rebuild your business. You're never too good to wake up early and spend time with your people. Like, if you can have that mindset and not fall into that pit of, I should be able to do all these things. It's like, no, you're still just the styrofoam cup person that now has a little bit of status and a little bit of importance to your role, but all that can be taken away. So don't lose your humility on the journey. And if this helps you be able to make a better decision today on something you should do, but maybe you've been avoiding, then I hope it does. Same thing with like giving back, right? So, never be too important to give back to your community, because you can buy all the nice fancy stuff, but you'll realize that that's not fulfilling to you. What is more fulfilling is writing a check to a charity or helping people in need or doing something for your community that could really make a difference. So all of that ties together, and just staying humble and realizing like we're all just styrofoam people here on earth. Some positions come with status, but that doesn't define like who you should be to everybody else. So I hope that helps. If you think somebody needs to hear this, please forward it to them. Subscribe, hit the button below, and share this with anybody you think who needs it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll have another tip next week.
Every week on the Growth and Grit podcast, we bring you real stories and practical tools to help you thrive through challenges. If this resonates with you, make sure you subscribe, follow, and share this podcast with someone who could use it too. It only takes a second, but it would mean the world to us, and it keeps you plugged in to fresh inspiration.